Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Since I started the whole YouTube bandwagon going again, I wanted to keep it going this time, not just stop and flaunt. It's very easy to make a video and then just completely forget about it. So happy Sunday, everyone. I hope you had a good weekend. I'm not going to put an intro on this. I'll make it short, sweet, snappy because I'm tired, and I've still got bits and bobs to do. So Sunday's the evening where I usually sit down with my daughter's in bed, do my charts, do my levels, post the things in the Telegram group, and sort of get it all ready and try and work out what the hell I want to do this weekend. So if I'm on the move, I haven't got to sit there and try and draw up charts and get a laptop out or do whatever. So obviously this was the trade I posted for Bitcoin last week on the back video. It was below this level. The 99,847 was a short setup. Obviously I said you could trade it like this and down, which happened. Like on my daughter's live, I've not changed these charts. I drew them all on a YouTube video for you to see. It was up, down, up, go back 50% and move down. You could have took that short there. It was in a YouTube video like Wednesday, I think it was, whatever it was. It was either that or above this level. The retest was along. Didn't get that. We come down, and this retest candle here was just a thing of beauty. So this little bugger here was just the one. So that was the entry. Still in the short. I'm still short now. Obviously, I'm favouring 89k was my level that I wanted to see. I want to see at least 50% of this imbalance here to get taken out. Sorry, it's been a long weekend. My daughter's not been sleeping, so it's a bit of a stuttery video, I think. In between, I did take a long based off this previous support and resistance that we had out here on the 8-hour time frame. It was over here. As you can see, I had a high, had a low. But inside this area here, what it held onto before, it held onto it and then obviously pushed up, failed. So I was kind of expecting the same again, the same little bounce. And I did take the trade, and I closed it. It was just into Asia overnight. I just put in the Telegram, so I'm taking a long on Bitcoin here, expecting to hit the top of this fair value gap, literally to the T. Couldn't be any better than that. It was literally a rip of a little setup, to be fair. But it was in Asia, so anything could have happened. The risk was still there. But tight little stop loss, come to the TP in a matter of hours when I was asleep and sort of just done this thing. So far we haven't actually dipped any lower. I'm still expecting lower. Obviously I took profits at the beginning here. I took profits at the bottom here, as well as my little scalp long in between. We are hanging on by a thread so far, which I'm still in my position. I'm still feeling that 89 mark is going to get hit. And then after that, I'll be looking at building some swing longs, because obviously the market, we've seen it time and time again. Markets like to move efficiently, and obviously price can go on for months and months and months and months and months, even years, before it comes back down, gets some of its inefficiencies, and then goes back the way you want it to go. So obviously it's a big nosedive, but it's what it is. That's just the markets, I'm afraid. I'm not overly stupidly bearish. I mean, to be honest with you, I'd like to see Bitcoin be done. Some rotation to ETH and some altcoins start going. I mean, I don't really trade altcoins anymore, but some nice trades on Ethereum setting up. So that's Bitcoin, no real change. Back above the top of this level, scalp longs back to this 50%. Well, we could have got them before. It's probably the first level, and then this long setup from there is valid. So that's basically what I'm looking for. I'm still short. I'm staying short. Got no invalidation. Even up here, there was no higher high put in. Hasn't put in a lower low yet, but that's live. We'll see. Could still do on Asia tonight. I'm kind of expecting a bit of an up move into Monday, to be fair, because weekend moves tend to reverse usually on a Monday before continuation. So I'm expecting Monday to at least come and take out these highs. So maybe a long from 93,955 if we were to get above this level here, 94,318 with a retest. Maybe take a scalp long to around about 96,337. That's definitely a trade you could play out for sure. That's what I might be taking myself. Anyway, moving on. Ethereum. No real change. I'm actually going to get a different chart for Ethereum. I think I've got one in here. It's clean. Is it clean? Yeah, it's clean. It's clean. So I had a hell of a move down this morning. But the main thing I want to do is just draw a fixed range volume profile from here to here. You just see where we're sat in regards to point of control. Internet's hella fast, point of control. So clean rejection off the point of control to a massive move down. It's hanging, but it has actually broke support here. and has now reclaimed it. So a candle close above here could definitely set you up for a long scalp from your fixed range volume profile to your point of control. From your breaker structure there to the upside, with your stop loss this swing low down here, could set you up to like a nice little 1-to-1. You could even go up to there and make it a little bit better risk to reward. More chance of getting stopped out. Again, I'm feeling lower. I'm not really that interested in Ethereum, to be honest with you. I'll trade it if it sets up, but usually I just trade Bitcoin. So that's about it for crypto. Moving swiftly onwards, I'm going to get a clean chart for, well, let's just show you the trades have been taken this week. So GBP CHF is a short. We took a short. We've taken several trades with great success so far. Obviously this one is a ripper as well. But zooming out to a clean chart, let's go to the 2-hour time frame. There is levels back in. I had a chart drop somewhere. Must have been here, was it? No, there was a level drop somewhere. There's my main chart. We've had August 2024 lows, was it? I think that was the, yeah. So is this over here? What are these here? That's why I was back testing some stuff. So the lows were here. This is August, April, right? This is the low that we were holding for a long time. Was all the way over here as well. So this like a central low. I'm going to go off the lowest point here. Let me just get rid of all of this a minute. Hang on. It's quite a shame to get rid of all my doodling and drawings and stuff, but whatever. If we go from there to there, that was the level we actually wanted to hold. We couldn't, and we took the short off of there down. However, this level here, I'm trying to see what it was last test. I do these all off the top of my head. This is just what I'm thinking. So this is like okay. So there's the lower end now. Right, that makes sense. Thank you, TradingView, for helping me. So there's that. Has there been any more new lows? I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah. Locally, anyway. That's, when was that? 23? 22. So this is a new low for the pound. And obviously, what we're going to do is just going to get rid of the extremes on this. I'm going to get rid of that. So bang on 50% in that range. So how would I trade this zooming in? You know, this is our wider range. We've just completely rejected 50% of that range. So zoom into the 4-hour time frame. I don't trade this the 4-hour time frame. We have put in started to put in a higher low. If we turn around here at the 21 EMA, price might come up, but it's usually going to come down and fill this on the open. The open is probably going to come back down and retest 50%. I would like to look at some longs on GBP CHF. So what we do is now roll over to what we got here. We've got the pound index and we have the Swiss franc index. As you can see, the Swiss franc has come up and literally stumbled into resistance. This is both on the 4-hour, I believe. Yeah, it's both on the 4-hour. And obviously the pound has come down to fresh lows for a long time and has decided to start putting in a bit of an uptrend. So what I want to see is I want to see this come down and reach. So this is obviously the Swiss franc. I want to see the Swiss franc come down and reach some of these levels. Mainly, if we probably do the same again, mark up 50% of there to there, around this level, and then we're going to start looking at maybe fresh longs on, well, fresh shorts on GBP CHF. But overall, I kind of want to see a recovery into some of these levels. We mark up the same overall trend on there to there. We're back below 50%. So what I'm trying to say is what I want to see is I want to get this back above 50% and hold, break this support up here, this resistance, sorry, and then we can take a long on GBP CHF. So those sort of things that's kind of the play I want to look for. So we need to see a bit more strength from the pound really before we go indulgent into GBP CHF, which is obviously going to refer onto here. It's basically the same chart put together. Okay. So again, what we do now is you zoom in, a bit of a top-down analysis from there to there. This is probably where I'll start looking at longs. This is obviously going to stumble straight into this support here, which will then act as resistance. So if we can get above this level and hold, I'll probably be taking longs from there to these highs. And then anything above these highs, I'll be longing again. Obviously, there's a lot of good trades to be had on this, especially above this level here, above this 1.1884. Above that sort of level, there's some really good longs to be had. Anyway, that's enough of that. We've got 2 charts here for this. Let's go on to, we're not going to do any of these today. Let's go Euro US dollar. Excuse me. 4 hour time frame. Let's see, we had a ripper. I posted this on in my Telegram a while ago. I didn't actually take it. I actually missed this because it just set up too fast, too quick. It did actually break the level I wanted to break, rejected and retested. So, you know, clear break structure into resistance, retest. That's where you take your long, come up, retested 50% of it, and continue to move up. It's just a fantastic trade. I actually missed it, unfortunately, because you can't win everything. And I usually only trade, as a rule of thumb, from Tuesday to Thursday. I don't usually trade Mondays. I don't usually trade Fridays. And unless it's crypto, I very rarely trade a weekend. So other than that, Euro US dollar is it's making an impression. Obviously, we don't want to see it fall back to these lows. Anywhere for this lows, we're looking at fresh shorts back down to here. Let me turn off these. It's quite handy as it marks the imbalances for you. But I mean, this is certainly a level for me. Anything below here, shorts to 50% of that level. Stop loss of these swing highs, nice and tidy. Just an idea. Might not happen. Hopefully we rip higher. There's still some untouched levels up here to be taken. This one here in particular, but we'll see. I'm not gonna bid up too much on that, to be honest with you. And the only other one I want to chart tonight really is crude oil, West Texas oil. This is what I'm looking at. So the setup is simple. I drew this back excuse my French, months ago. Like months and months and months ago. From, it was an old range. WTI just keeps dipping into it like all the time, and God, my internet's so good. Yeah, so it's this level here. It was an old level here, and it just keeps dipping into it. It keeps holding. So obviously, we're hanging on to it now by a thread. So I'm going to the 1 hour time frame, and obviously, what we want to do now, if we take off this, and we take off this, and we take off this, right, and that. That was an idea I had that didn't work out. Excuse me. Basically, this resistance above here, I'm going to these lows, so I'm going to sort of like stripe the top of them out. This resistance above there is where I'm looking at longs. And obviously, we've got a long way to sort of retrace afterwards. These inefficiencies have come down, have now been filled. There's a couple more below, but you don't want to diddle in the middle. So we're at this range high. There's 50%, there's the low. That will then, anything below here, I'll be shortening out these imbalances. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very, very simple. Above these highs, scalp long into resistance. This way you take your first of the profit, which marries up with these highs here. So that's not resistance there. We're taking, you're guaranteed to get a wick up to about there. So that's where we take TP1. And this is our targets, these imbalances. So you've got imbalance 1, you take some more profits. And we've got the further imbalances up here. That's where we take some more profits. That's like final TP. This is like a long-term swing trade because it needs to make a recovery. I mean, these lows here were October and we're back into them. But was it just filling these imbalances before it wanted to move up higher? Because we all know oil and gold are quite tradable, really, in comparison to other assets where they just move the way they want to move. So that's my idea. Let's just get above this level here, really. You can trade it above, and I probably will, in between. Break, retest. But by the time you've broken this resistance, there's no point in getting long here, straight into resistance, let it fail, and coming back down. I'd rather wait until this is gone and trade it above to these levels. That's like pretty much how I trade it. I think that's everything I wanted to cover. What have we done? Euro US dollar, GBP, CHF, BXY, SXY, Bitcoin, Ethereum, crude oil. I think that's it. Gold, still got a look at gold. Ooh, sharp. Yeah, we took this long. I haven't traded gold since. I did say shorts look really good to 50% of here, but it's sort of just demolished what I was looking for by any belief. Christ almighty. Okay, so gold's looking a little bit... Gold's looking like a whole bit of... You need to be in front of your screens and trade it live, not on the move like I do. So I'm actually going to leave gold because it's not really going to interest me. But shorts here are looking good. Obviously, it's pushed into old support, now resistance. Looking below, so you have anything below here. anything below here, look back down to this bottom, this value area low. Other than that, there's not really much reason to be down this low, to be honest with you. But as said, gold's bull market could well be over. So we could look at like lows. There's lots of work to take out here. So obviously, gold below this 4,000 level is looking good for shorts. However, is whether you want to risk trading it at this level. You can wait for it to break these lows, because we want the path of least resistance, and so far the path of least resistance is going to be down, because you can see it's like almost had like a bit of, this is like a blow off top almost. Come up, retest it. You've seen this like on Bitcoin before, like 2021, where it's pushed higher to blow off top, come and retest it, put an ever so slight new high, then straight back down sharply, and then up, and then it's had a final move up. Everyone thinks we're back again, we're going, nah, and come back down. So if you ask me, the real place for swing shorts is below 3,969, but that's it. That's what I'm going to do, I think. I think I've done this video in one take for the first time. That's fantastic. I think I'm happy with what I said. I'm not even going to watch it back. So if it's shit, please let me know, but please don't. Please be nice. As always, have a good weekend. Take care. The link to the Telegram is free and below. All you got to do is prove you're not a robot. Join us, a small community growing. Don't want any money. Here to do my levels on here so people can see them for free. You can see how accurate I am. As said, going back to the Bitcoin chart, all you got to do is go back on all my other videos, look at all the Bitcoin trades I posted before, backdate them to the time of the charts and see how right they were. Because that's on the big headed, been pretty accurate all the way through, to be honest with you. And there's a reason why I've got a small community of people like follow me, but I don't want to charge for it. So thank you for listening. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. That's all for me, guys. See you in the next one.